Before we look at the goals, for both of you, who are now the favourites to win the title? And it could change in 2 weeks' time when the Premier League resumes. But
we started this broadcast tonight, and your opening words were, a week in football, a lot changes. And exactly that is the case. In the last week, a lot has changed in football at the top and the bottom of the table. And, there's a lot of weeks left in this season. I personally think that you always have to favour the team that is in the strongest current position. And that team at the moment is Liverpool. So for me, they're just edging it. If you want to look at the number of games that both Liverpool and Manchester City have left to play, then Manchester City have greater demands because they're still in 2 domestic cup competitions as well. So they have to play more games. I actually think that the Manchester City squad is possibly slightly stronger and has more depth than the Liverpool squad, but they're going to need every bit of that as well. If I had some of your money, I wouldn't put it on either side because I really don't know who's
if you had my money, you wouldn't win much if you were right. What about yourself?
Nothing for me to suggest that Liverpool can go through simply because of Klopp's history since he's been at Liverpool with the losing finals. Really at crunch times, something didn't quite work. They didn't perform when they really had to. And I just got a fear that it might just be another case of that happening this year. So
really?
I do, yeah. Can't quite put my finger on it, but it's just sort of, will history repeat itself? Who knows? But I'm betting with your money.
You're not going to win much at all.
It's just unmeant to see.
Okay.
But at the start of this season, I actually said that I thought, although it's very difficult to retain the title, I thought that Manchester City would retain the title. So there's a strong argument that I shouldn't shift my opinion. And it's going to be mighty tight. I don't care what anyone says. It's going to be really, really close to the end. And by the way, we haven't mentioned Spurs here either. It could become a 3-horse race. Some people are saying it is a 3-horse race because of the proximity of Spurs.
I was going to skew it another way because they could also have a big say in the fact that both the teams who are competing above Spurs will face Spurs as well.
Well, exactly, which, if Spurs were to be able to win both those games, what an impact that has at the top end of the table.
He's a former Spurs player, so we have to add that as a caveat. Are you in agreement? Are Spurs also in this title race?
Logically, by looking at the numbers, they should be, yeah. But it's a little bit similar in terms of they tend to sort of fade away a little bit, lose a few more games from now to the end of the year. Who knows? But like you said, if they beat the game, win the game against the rivals, then they're smack bang in the middle of it.
Well, let's not forget that they were your closest competitors when you won it.
Exactly.
Did you feel fully threatened by them?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
did?
they were. Yeah, of course. They had a great team that year. But we just kept plugging away, kept grinding it out, and they just fell short. Lost their temper a couple of times.
Against Chelsea, wasn't it, that match? And then
Yeah.
where do you watch that?
At Jamie's house, yeah.
At Jamie Vardy's house?
Yeah, that's good. Good fun. From
Was it
what
the
I
whole-
remember, anyway.
Was it the whole squad?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much for sort of, if it wasn't the whole squad at the start of the game, sort of more and more turn up throughout the game. And funny enough, by the end of it, it was pretty much
The
everyone
mister?
there. No, he was mid-air, wasn't he, apparently?
Yeah.
Didn't he see his mum or something?
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have pizza that night as well?
Oh, no, it's a liquid dinner that night.
Okay. Understood. Enough said.